What's up guys, BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Eternal Evolution, and today hopefully you guys started playing the game. Maybe you followed the link in the description and downloaded it yourself to give it a try. Whether you're spending free to play, this advice is going to help you guys out a ton, because what we're going to talk about today is in the base, your recruitment center. There's 3 different main ways to summon heroes. There's also friendship, but these are going to be very important things to talk about, mainly being that the limited banners are essentially static for new players. One really great thing that Eternal Evolution does is the first month, the first 4 weeks of banners are all the same. Everybody gets Luke and Ravenna as banners on each one of their accounts here. Followed that, we'll go over like Emma and Azenia and things like that. There's some really good support heroes coming down the line as well. Week 4, in my opinion, is the really big one. Now you can start doing summons because there's some really cool events out there, mainly being, let me go to the perimeter real quick, the Rise of Heroes. You should just be buying this out every single day, because in the raffle shop, we're past it, but the first 5 rounds you can get basically, if you do all 5 rounds and get every single one of the limited summons, you can get like 25 of them just from that. You should be smashing and getting as many of these as possible, because man, even like I said, on an early game account, we've got to the hard boss. You can smash each one of these 3 times every day. Use your extra smashes just on like a regular level to try to get as many hero tokens and stage coupons as possible, and then eventually you'll be able to beat the hard boss and move on to the hell boss, etc. But in the meantime, that is going to get you a ton of raffle tokens and get you a ton of stuff. Once you get to round 6, it does change to gene hybrids, which we're going to kind of talk about these genes as well. They are very, very important. So, summoning. What should you prioritize? Number 1, you can always use your basic summons. However, I will say don't use your diamonds right off the bat. You can do some diamonds at the very beginning, but I'd highly suggest not doing that. I would try to save up a decent amount of diamonds, because you're going to use them for other things like refreshing the shops, buying special packages, all that fun stuff. That's kind of like the goal of the basics. Use as many of these recruitment cards, the regular recruitment cards, as possible. There's no reason to save them. Advanced, you probably want to use some of them in the future, and you want to set up a wish list of heroes that you're going to actively be using. Serena is one of them you definitely want to have in there if you want to try to force certain heroes. I've had really great success with Omar so far. He's literally the highest damage dealer, even more so than Ravenna and Luke, so just keep that in mind. But it kind of tells you what heroes are hot right now, which ones are performing well. You'll be forced a bunch of heroes that you don't really want to build on your account. Sometimes having a much lower tier hero than a very higher tier hero ends up being the better result. But you can use some of these in the beginning, but I would highly suggest you start saving these advanced recruitment cards up for special events in the future. Use some so you get to a point where you're kind of like comfortable and everything. After that, I would personally just hold off. And then we come to the limited summons. This is where you're going to be able to get the SSS heroes, and then every 30 you're guaranteed an elite hero, and it's only going to be of these 2 elite heroes there. You can only get an elite hero that is shown. Essentially, you're guaranteed the one at 60 points here. You get 60. You can't really see it's behind me, but you're guaranteed the SSS hero at 60. I went ahead, I did my first 60 into Luke, because Luke is, from what I hear, one of the best endgame heroes, and he's still really solid in the early game too. A lot of people and a lot of guides say just completely skip, like don't do any limiteds for the first week. I personally think Luke is a really good hero. I think there's some guys out there that prioritize heroes like Emma that you'll see in week 2 more off, because she does give really good early game progress, but not as many people actually use Emma in the late game, whereas Luke is like just one of the best late game heroes in the game, and missing a chance to maybe get some copies. You kind of have to decide if that's something for you. What I would do is I'd get like probably a Luke copy. That's what I did. It's working out pretty well. And then what you can also do is do a few extra summons and get one of these items here. And what those items are, I'll show you. Is called a gene hybrid. Gene hybrid can essentially be used as a substitute for any hero, like just legit any hero whatsoever. I'll show you. Even our SSS heroes, where are they? They're down here somewhere, probably at the bottom, right? So yeah, you can see this here. It just substitutes in for a hero copy. That's awesome for evolution, but we're not going to use them just yet, because let's talk about the heroes that are coming in the future banners on a new account, because again, everybody gets the same exact banners moving forward. Week 2, you get Emma as one of the heroes on the board. Now, you can't argue that she's a very good ranged marksman hero. She will carry you pretty hard later on, but if you go this route, you might be lacking some frontline damage dealers. And week 4 is where it really gets spicy, in my opinion. Again, you could probably pull like 80 or at least 60 and then maybe get another Jean, but I would not particularly invest in Emma. Again, there's many different strategies to go for in the early game. Emma is decent. She's not like the end all be all, because, you know, she will fall off in the late game. So that is something to remember. And then the other one that you can get your hands on is, I think she's over here, right? It's a Xenia. I forget what faction a Xenia actually is. Oh, there it is right there. A Xenia is the other one. Is a support hero, not one that most people necessarily go for. I would probably try to skip, but if you do any types of summons and you try to get an Emma, what I would do is make sure you're prioritizing collecting and saving up as many of these genes as possible. Because week three is kind of like another, in my opinion, a little bit more of a skip type week, because if we go to the gallery again, there's a couple heroes that aren't really ones that you need to be going for right off the bat. I think they are, one of them I think is Scooter. I think Scooter's one of them. Summon hero, not one that a lot of people really go for, so just be warned on that. And I think the other one is... Where are they? I think it's, yeah, Crete. Crete's another one. Protection hero. Let's be honest, it sounds like in the end game, at least for a good majority of players, having a strong frontline melee damage dealer is almost more important than having a tank hero, because there's other just regular elite non-SSS heroes that do very good job at tanking. But week 4 is the big one that you want to try to save at least, like literally at least 120 limited summons, in my opinion. And that's because you get 2 of the most powerful heroes in the game, and Leo is probably like one of the most important to have, because he is a crazy strong frontline hero. He has some really cool AoE whirlwind attacks. He looks amazing. He's what we're going to be going for on week 4 of our account, and we're going to be investing pretty much all of our resources, all of those genes that we've had, into him to get him as high as possible. He is an amazing frontliner. He'll carry your account. It does mean you're waiting a little longer to really invest all your power into Leo, but you're not going to regret it. And then also, I would try to do at least 60 pulls on this hero right here. Or sorry, not Moriami, wrong one. Sorry, I think she's Atlas. Uh-oh, I forget where she is. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Don't take for what I said to heart just yet. Where are you? Oh my goodness, I feel so stupid right now. Where are you? Sorry. Oh my goodness, I feel like a total fool, but hey, everybody has these moments, right? My eyes are not used to like on the PC just yet. I'm so used to looking at it on the phone that I'm just like completely blanking here. That's why I was blanking. For some reason, the SS hero is like in between 2 other heroes here. This hero is going to be one of the best supporters you can get. Masrani, he's a more static healer, so some people say you might not need to go for him if you're leveling up a Serena. In case you guys didn't know, Serena is like literally one of the best healers in the game, and you get it for your first top up, charge up. She's absolutely amazing. If you have a team that splits up a lot of melee and range that are not close to each other, I think Serena would be the better pickup here. But if you want to go for an SSS hero, Masrani is very good, and that's the idea of if you want to go for a second, get him on your account. It seems like he's not offered too often on banners, so it might be worthwhile to go for him. But yeah, in my opinion, going for Leo is probably going to be the best investment for a good amount of players. He's going to carry you into the later game content, I think, better than any of the new earlier game heroes like Emma or anything like that. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree, leave a comment down below. I love having discussions like this, trying to optimize the early game. If you guys are trying out the game, let me know if you guys downloaded with the link as well. I'm loving this game. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Eternal Evolution. I'll see you guys next time.